Alright everybody, what you just saw was sped up to 64 times. These three Plecos did a great job, and they will continue to clean up absolutely everything you see in the gravel. Got the two giant leopard Plecos, and we got our little sailfin Pleco in there. A little more of a fancy one. Alright, this one here, the sailfin Pleco, is probably 8 inches long, while the other ones are about a foot, maybe 14 inches. Here's my green frog. I rescued this frog from a culvert in the winter. Since then, this frog has probably tripled in size. As you can see, the frog was really sickly. It would have died if I didn't take it in. Found it in a culvert in the middle of winter. In the culvert, it can't hibernate into concrete or gravel. If it came outside, it would have froze. It's gonna get up on the platform. Here comes a bunch of crickets. Now these crickets will stay alive in the tank for up to a month because they go and they hide in the plants. I actually just got rid of like half of the plants. Pothos in my aquarium is very invasive. This morning the roots were throughout the entire bottom. You couldn't really see anything. That sailfin Pleco is just in there helping clean up the algae with the others. This is where the sailfin Pleco usually lives, in this tank. Where is the frog? Frog is right there. Frog hasn't yet seen the crickets. And the frog did tame down pretty easily. The frog doesn't try to get away. Doesn't really hesitate being picked up. Now let's go. After being picked up, look at that, the frog goes right to eating. That shows how comfortable the frog is in the tank. Look at him just snapping them all. The Plecos will also like this. Scrape that up and put that into the water. They'll eat that. Algae growing up here. Scrape all that off for them and set it free in the water. They'll even eat it off of the filter intake if it gets sucked up. Gotta move some ornaments away from the glass so they can get behind there and clean. About a day later, tank is absolutely spotless. And usually this is what I give them, some algae wafers. Sometimes I'll throw some romaine lettuce in there, cucumbers. I'll put like some pieces of metal in the cucumbers to make them sink. And when they're done eating, I'll just remove the metal brackets that I hold them down with. But this is what I usually feed them. Right here, algae wafers. I get these big bulk bags on eBay, because if you go to the pet store, you get a tiny bag that does not last. These are huge fish. They'll go through a bag like this in 2 months. But I also just bought this off of eBay, mixed size. They're trying that for the very first time today. I always put a little bit in here so I don't have to keep opening the bag, because they'll go stale. I'll leave links to both of these in the description if anyone wants to purchase these on eBay. This guy here sells bigger bags, I believe. One or the other. You can even buy a 50-pound bag for $300, but this bag here, 1 pound, cost me $17. This one here, I believe, was $16, also a pound. Hello. I had a cheese-flavored bone. Teething toys. Here's some pretty cool collars for the dog. Not quite big enough for that to work. She's now 3 months. Maybe in 6 months that'll fit good. That's a minkly cichlid. It's time to clean the leech cage. The leech, when they go to the bathroom, they turn the water brown because their food is blood. Look at that. And that's why I have distilled water. Let that sit out for a day or two. Go ahead, change that out. Thanks for watching.